Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening to Madam Roslina and my friends. My name is Siti Radhiah Binti Adnan. Today, I would like to present about multicultural literature elements in two short stories which are Araby by James Joyce and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Um, In this presentation, we will discuss about five multicultural literature elements, which are social issues, family relationship, value systems, and gender issues. Now, without wasting any time, we start with social issues in Arabic. Um, Based on my reading, I can detect irresponsibility, the head of family, in the Arabic short story, the short story Arabic. We can see in the character of narrator's uncle, he has drinking problem. He owes money. He owes money from Mrs. Messer, which is a pawnbroker wife. He considered as irresponsibility the head of family because he cannot manage their finance well, and he likes to spend a lot of money. He likes to spend a lot of money regarding his stuff, his personal stuff. And moving to I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing, uh, there are two social issues that we can detect, which are racism and segregation and sexual abuse. In this short story, racism and segregation is a very serious issue that we can see how this short story portray the issue in very clear way when it start in the beginning of story when both Maya and her brother lives in a segregated town, which is Thames. Uh, then in fact that she doubt that the children in that town know the existence of white people. Um, and Maya also faced with critical identity problem when she had delusions one day that she will become a white people, and she wants to arise herself from her black ugly dream. She wants to become a white people, and this is a consequence of segregation and racism in that society. There is also an organization that who commit hate crimes against black people, that called a Ku Klux Klan. Uh, there are once these organizations come to the town, and Uncle Willie, which is their uncle, need to hide in the bottom of a vegetable bin. It shows that black people is very uh afraid or scared towards that organization. And move to sexual abuse. In I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, we can see that Maya at the early age has been assaulted by Mr. Freeman, which was her mom's boyfriend. Um, at first, when has assault she has assaulted by him, she thought that it was a love from a father. She confused between being raped and fatherly love. Um, she thought that Mr. Freeman loved her as a father and daughter, and but as we know that Mr. Freeman also force her to do not tell anybody about what happened. And he also um force him to do not tell her brother. If if uh if um if if she tell her brother, she will he will kill him. And it was a very big scary very big scare for um Maya, because she very love her brother. And after after the secret, after the several times Maya has been assaulted, which has been sexually abused by Mr. Freeman, there is once Maya have to go to the hospital and checked by doctor, because she is a very little woman. It's at 8 years old. Her body ruined, and it's not ruined. Her body pain. She has to check, and it is when they know the real story. After that happened, Maya remained silent and do not talk much, except when she with her brother. We can see the consequence of the sexual abuse make Maya confront with the serious with the insidious effects, and it make her being oppressed. Then we can see either in Arabic, and I know why the cage bird sing. The most significant social issue is in I know why the cage bird sings, when we can see the consequence of racism and segregation and sexual abuse that make society um face many serious problem according to that social issues. Okay, now we move to family relationship. Um, in Arabic, we can see parent-child relationship between narrator and his uncle and his aunt. His uncle and his aunt take care of him, uh, even he is not their biological son. And there is also bad relationship between uncle and nephew. We can see that the narrator and his uncle is not very close. And the narrator, in fact, the narrator was afraid of his uncle. He would hide from him when he saw him coming home to for dinner. So it shows that how scared her nephew towards his uncle. And the next family relationship in Arabic is a good relationship between aunt and nephew. Um, Contrarily from uncle and his nephew, the aunt is very protective and caring towards the narrator. She was worried about him when he asked to go to the Arabic, because she thinks that the Arabic is Freemason, something like that. And the narrator aunt also caring and treat him better. She convinced her husband, which is um the narrator uncle, to give him permission to go to the bazaar, to the Arabi, and give him money. It showed that how close the aunt and the narrator be. Now we move to I know why the cage bird sings. There are love and trust in siblings. um, Maya and Belly is a very close siblings. Um, Maya love Belly so much, and it's the same as Belly. They support each other. When they are children, when they were children, Maya share almost uh almost all of her secret with Belly. Belly is a kind brother that every sister wish for. So for Maya, Belly is a very full trustworthy, trusted, trust. She very trust in Belly. And there is also close relationship between grandparent and grandchildren, which is portrayed by Moma. In that short story, Moma very strict, but she love her grandchildren. She then Maya and Belly also respect and love Moma. Moma also influence her grandchildren to behave with a very strict rules and religions. In family relationships, uh, both of the both of the short story portray a very strong relationship, either parent and child relationship or love and trust in siblings. Next, we move to belief system. Belief system for both short story, they share same they share they share same belief system, which is Christianity. Um, we can see that in the Arabic, the narrator is surrounded by religion, which is Catholic. He attends a Roman Catholic school, and the people around him are Catholic. Um, the narrator influenced by religious term. Um, as example, we can see that narrator describe her crush, the Mangan sister, with some religious term such as chalice, that he is protecting from a throne of force. That means the narrator seems to compare her to the Holy Grail. And moving to I know why the cage bird sings. Christianity can be seen in Maya and Bailey, also Mama. Maya and Bailey are raised in religious surroundings. They go to the church all every day, taken by Moma, and Moma is a very religious and fearful person. She is not she is religious. She she is very religious, and she raised Maya and Bailey with a religions according to the Christian values and strict rules. Uh, in this from both short story, the most significant ingredient in for Christianity is in I Know Why the Cashbird Sings, where we can see that how Mama raised them with religions, and there are also some parts that mother of Belly and Maya tell them to pray before going to sleep, and they also believe in Catholic with a very strong belief. Next, move to value system. There is a determination in both short story, which is in Arabic. The narrator was very determined to give Arabic. The narrator with very determined to give Manga sister a gift from Arabic, from the bazaar. Um, and he also daydreaming about Arabic almost the time. He still went to the Arabic, even although it was late. He still go to Arabic uh to give Mangan sister present. And in I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, we can see the determination in Maya character. Maya patient and Maya determined to change herself by reading many books. She almost spent her Saturday in library. Um, she also um, portray how to be independent woman. Um, she all and there is once Maya is very determined to be a conductor. Even there are no black people girl who wants to that who who have a very good who brave to take that position. Despite that, uh despite of the society belief, Maya are determined to do her best and get that, and lastly she gets that job. It's a very proud achievement for her because of her determination. From both short story, we can see that determination in Maya is better than determination in Arabic. In the narrator, because Maya at last at the end she gets the job. The meanwhile in Arabic narrator gets nothing. Um, Next, we move to gender issues. Um, in based on the table, we can see that Arabic and I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings share same gender issues, which is gender stigma, and they are only the patriarchy issues only occur in Arabic. Okay, now let's we start with gender stigma. Before that, we have to know what is a stigma. A stigma is a strong like respect for a group or person, back opinion of them. It is strong feeling of disapproval. Also in this context, gender stigma happen when some people in that short stories when some people in the short stories have bad opinion towards a woman, and how they believe that and how they practice it the comes out. It's make it's gender stigma influence gender roles in that society. So in Arabic we can see that gender stigma happen when the narrator has negative viewpoints towards women. With There is a narrator describe Mrs. Mercer as a garrulous woman with a loud mouth. She also described women are gossiping. The narrator and the clearest example for gender stigma in Arabic is the narrator. Even he has crush on manga sister. He 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 only regards his crush physical appearance. He only adore her physical appearance because what? Because he only lists about her beauty. Despite he don't know he that story he doesn't in that story it didn't say that the effort of the narrator to get her name or something like to approach her in a better way. Um, and gender stigma happen in I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, when Maya or Margaret um wish wish that she had been born as a boy. Um, during her childhood, also during her childhood, um, she read many novels that portray men or boys as a main character, as a protagonist, as a leader, which is lead her to believe same to believe that a woman cannot be a saver, but it is must a boy. So it influenced her belief to become a boy. Mm. And in the I Know Why the Cashbird scene, we also can feel the pressure. We can feel the pressure that has been portrayed in Maya character when she depressed for not being feminine and attractive. Because in that society, majority people in that society believe that women should have feminine, should have beauty, but um, it Maya did not have any of that, and she become low self-esteem. Um, Now move to patriarchy in Arabic. We can see patriarchy when um, dominant. We can see patriarchy when the male character is dominant to control the household. Um, as you can because patriarchy, what is patriarchy? Patriarchy is a society in which the oldest male is the leader of the family, um, and they use power to their own advantage. So why I say that patriarchy happen in Arabic and did not happen in I Know Watch the Catch But Sing. So patriarchy happen in Arabic because we can look at the dominance of male. The little boys, as example, the little boy, the narrator and her aunt have to depend on their uncle. Has to depend to the uncle. Um, the aunt always the aunts could only spend money if her husband give some money. So she could not financially provide her nephew with money. As example, we can see that when her nephew wants some money to go to the bazaar, but she cannot give them. Everything is consulted with the uncle, and he hold authority over other family member. Everything is um everything is controlled by the uncle. But as we can see, there are no patriarchy issue in I Know Why the Cage Bird scenes, because we can see that Moma is a woman, right? Moma and her mother, Maria and Belly, their mother, Maria and Belly mother, um, do control the household. I mean that Moma, it's not she is not the main. She is not the main. She is not man. But instead Uncle Willie is. But um, in that short story, Moma control the household, and Uncle Willie is the support Moma. Uh, mm, and um, we can see that their mother also work to support their finance as a nurse. It shows that Mama and her mother did not depend on a man as much as in Arabic. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. That's all from me.